You know, I just said I'm in the fantasy mood. The TBR jar said here's a romance. Hello besties, Kira, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a TBR video, TBR jar video once again. I can't believe this is my last one for the year. Like, what do you mean it's December? Where has the year gone? I love the TBR jar. I might switch it up a little bit in 2026. I'm not sure. That's really terrifying to say, 2026. But that being said, make sure to follow my socials down below, along with my goodreads, my Amazon, just like that, and things on there if you want to check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Okay, per usual, we're gonna pick 6 prompts. Really in the fantasy mood just because it is fall and winter. Let's see what prompt number 1 is. Book that is a romance. You know, I just said I'm in the fantasy mood. The TBR jar said here's a romance. That's fine. I have plenty. Alrighty besties, so for this prompt, I picked Chasing Shelter by Catherine Cowles. This is the 5th book, I think, in the Sparrow Fall series, and this is about Trace and Ellie. This is like a small town romance series, but it's like romantic suspense, which I love. And Trace is a sheriff, I think, of the town or something like that. And I believe Ellie, from what I remember, is someone trying to run from something. They're all kind of similar, but I eat them up. They're good palate cleansers. They're really quick, easy books. And I don't know, they give very like cozy fall and winter time reads, which is perfect. Yeah, single dad, tortured characters, trauma, is like everybody leaving from Boston right now that they need to take the same exact plane. I just need to continue with this series. For a book that is a romance, I'm gonna go with Chasing Shelter by Catherine Cowles. Alrighty besties, let's see what prompt number 2 is. Random color generator. These are always fun. Alrighty besties, so I basically just typed in random color generator, picked the first one. This is what came up on the website. I'm just gonna generate a random color and then we'll pick a book that's based or close enough to that color. So let's see what it is. Capri Blue. Okay, alright guys, sorry, I'm back between the dog barking for the past 5 minutes and I was trying to find the book. I think this one is like the closest I'm gonna get. Do I necessarily want to read it? No, but I have had it on my TBR for a little while now. Maybe this was a sign to help get it off. So I picked A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Camerier. I don't know, that's a lot of M's and E's and R's. Now, all I know is that it's a fantasy. I think it might be a YA fantasy. Apparently about this prince who, I don't know, has some kind of like beast element to him. I don't know, he destroyed his castle, and then there's this woman named Harper, and I don't know, they have to like help break a curse, I believe is the whole thing. Yeah, it says fall in love, break the curse, save the kingdom. It is blue. I feel like it's pretty close to the color that it generated. It is dual point of view. Oh, I'm gonna eat this up. I think it'll be fun. Again, I've had this on my TBR for kind of a long time now. So for a random color generator, we got Capri Blue, I think it was called. And I'm gonna go with A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Camerier. Alrighty guys, prompt number 3. Book I know nothing about. Okay, I usually don't tend to buy books if I know nothing about them, but usually when I have this prompt, I pick a book that's probably been sitting, like that book for example I could have picked because I didn't really know nothing about it because I've had it for so long and forgot. So I'm taking this as like a book I kind of have but forgot what the whole plot is and all that stuff. Alrighty besties, so I'm gonna go with From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I like really don't know what this is about like too much. I know it says Maiden, a Duty, a Kingdom. It's like a really spicy fantasy series, but it's in like the romance section, like at Barnes and Noble and stuff. So this woman named Poppy was like a maiden. She was like someone that was like hidden away, and like this guard comes in to I think like kill her or something. And I think they end up having a romance is kind of what I remember. I don't know if she's like that long lost princess, you know, but I've just heard you either love this or you hate it. So I really don't know which end of the realm I would be in. And it's also my 25 books of 2025, which I have kind of neglected. So I looked at this one, I was like, okay, let me try to put it on. We'll see how this goes. For a book that I know nothing about, I'm gonna go with From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Alrighty besties, halfway there. Let's see what prompt number 4 is. Book set in a magical place. That's gonna be a fantasy. Alrighty besties, so for this prompt I'm gonna go with The Songbird and the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. So I actually am like about 20% into this book. I started it probably at the beginning of the year, but I soft DNF'd it because I wasn't really in the mood for it. But this also was on my 25 books of 2025, so since I've already started it, I kind of want to try to pick it up again. I don't know if I'll start from the beginning or just pick up where I left off because I don't really remember. This is part of the Crowns of Nyaxia series, but they're all like duologies, I think, within the series. This one, all I remember about it is that it's about a character who got turned into a vampire and has to like work alongside this prince. And that's all I pretty much remember or know. I liked the Crowns of Nyaxia series. I really liked Rain, and I forgot the other character's name, but I really liked Carissa Broadbent's writing style. In this world overall, it's just really interesting to me, and I like the vampire aspect of everything. I would like to pick this back up. I'm more into like the vampire-y fantasy mood right now. For a book that is set in a magical place, I'm gonna go with The Songbird and the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. Alrighty besties, Losing Daylight, let's keep going. Prompt number 5. Prompt number 5 is book you're excited to read. Okay, that's like a free pick. Just to balance it out, I am gonna pick a romance for this. Alrighty besties, I don't think there's like one that I'm like really itching, like I need to read this minute. I feel like this couple throughout this whole series has been mentioned a lot, and I'm just like interested more than like excited. I'm excited to finish the series, if that counts. But this couple has just been talked about and kind of in the background the whole entire series, so I was just very interested into why they get their own book because they're already together. I'm gonna go with Breathe With Me by Becca Mack. So this is part of the Playing for Keeps series. This is, I believe, the last book, and it's about Kara and Emmett. And I don't know, they've been together. I think they might be married, if that is correct. Okay, so it seems like that they're together, everything is fine, but they're trying to have a child. One of them, or both of them maybe, are like unable to, so I guess it's kind of just a book about them trying to figure all that out, which I wouldn't say I'm intrigued or interested in that, but I wonder how that's gonna go for them because I really want them to be together forever. I'm just kidding. I'm excited to read a hockey romance. These are just like, they're not that serious. I really did not like, I think, the last book that was out, like Fall With Me. I think I gave that 2 stars. So hoping this one will be better. These covers, the new covers for the series are so pretty. They're so cute. For a book that I'm excited to read, I'm not that excited, but I'm going to be excited to read it. I'm gonna go with Breathe With Me by Becca Mack. Alrighty besties, we have made it to our final prompt for the TBR jar for the year 2025. Let's see what it is. Prompt number 6 is book that is part of a series. That is a slay. Okay guys, you know, I know exactly what I'm going to pick for this book, and I at least want to start it in the year 2026. I don't think I'm going to finish it unless I decide that every other book in the world does not matter and I'll read one book in December. I'm gonna go with Kingdom of Ash. I think I've put this on almost every TBR. I've literally just kept it on my TBR cart for whenever I want to get up. She is like 1,000 pages. She's needed to be read. Last book in the Throne of Glass series, I just heard that this is pain. This is so much emotion. This is just everything falls apart. This is just crazy. So I'm really scared. I think I've been so scared the whole entire time because everybody talks about like certain parts of the series, and I'm like, oh my god, like what's the last book gonna hold? Am I going to sob my eyes out? Definitely. I'm just hoping to start it December at least. I don't have to finish it, but I'm gonna try to do it. Wish me luck. And I need to be back with my favorite character. It's just one person in the comments yell at me to read Kingdom of Ash, and that will motivate me, I think. For a book that is part of a series, I'm gonna go with Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. Alrighty besties, so this is our TBR for the month of December, the very last one. I'll just quickly go over it one more time. We have Chasing Shelter by Catherine Cowles, A Curse So Dark and Lonely. We have From Blood and Ash. We have A Songbird and the Heart of Stone, Breathe With Me, and Kingdom of Ash. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed all of the TBR jar videos this year. I really love this thing. I think it's fun. It just makes me choose a lot of books that maybe I wouldn't reach for. I think it's nice just to have the TBR jar to help me decide because I'm very indecisive. Make sure to follow my socials down below along with my goodreads, my Amazon wishes, stuff like that is linked on there if you want to check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, and raise me. And I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye!